Good morning, Antigua and Barbuda. I'm meteorologist Jaleel Jacobs, and I'm here to bring you today's tropical weather outlook for Saturday, September 30th, 2023. And here we take a look at the active storms that we're currently tracking in the tropical Atlantic. We have Tropical Storm Philippe, that is just east of the Caribbean, the Eastern Caribbean. And we have Rina, that is just northeast of Philippe and northeast of the Leeward Islands. First, we're going to take a look at some information, the latest information on Tropical Storm Rina. And we see Tropical Storm Rina was located at 21.2 degrees north or 50.4 degrees west, or about 850 miles east-northeast of the Leeward Islands. Maximum sustained winds are 45 miles per hour, with a present movement of west-northwest at 12 miles per hour, with a minimum central pressure of 1,002 millibars. Currently, there are no coastal watches or warnings in place for Tropical Storm Rina, as she is expected to stay out into the central Atlantic for the rest of the lifespan of the tropical storm. And next we have Tropical Storm Philippe, which, as we see as of 11 a.m., Philippe was located at 16.9 degrees north, 56.3 degrees west, or about 455 miles east of the northern Leeward Islands. Maximum sustained winds are currently at 50 miles per hour, with a present movement of southwest. So Philippe is moving southwest, just a little bit down, southwest at 5 miles per hour, with a minimum central pressure of 999 millibars. And as we can see, Philippe is forecasted to become a hurricane, at least a Category 1 hurricane, by 8 p.m. on Monday. And this is because as a Tropical Storm Rina, which is now located, as I said before, just east-northeast of Philippe, as Rina makes her way towards the northwest and comes to the end of the lifespan, all that available moisture, all that available instability that is currently associated with Rina will get wrapped into the general circulation of Tropical Storm Philippe, and then Philippe now will start to strengthen gradually and then become at least a Category 1 by Monday, when it will be northeast of the Leeward Islands. So for now, there are no coastal watches or warnings at this time. Then, as we see here, Tropical Storm Philippe, some of the models are suggesting that Tropical Storm Philippe will take a wider turn, which will bring it closer to the northern Leeward Islands. And so we're taking a keen look on that, because if this is to materialize and the official track forecast moves the storm closer to the Eastern Caribbean, specifically the Leeward Islands, then we will have to look into issuing tropical storm watches and warnings for the Leeward Islands and the British Virgin Islands, possibly. So we're taking a keen look at the model situation, and then we will make those adjustments as necessary. Next, we'll take a look at our satellite image on the outside, and we see Antigua and Barbuda located here, and then we see Tropical Storm Philippe, Tropical Storm Rina, and a very robust tropical wave out in the eastern tropical Atlantic. Next, we'll take a closer look at Tropical Storm Philippe, and if I just step back a little bit here, we see we have Guadeloupe is here, Dominica is here, and just coming into view is Antigua and Barbuda. This is a close-up look at Tropical Storm Philippe, and as I mentioned before, Tropical Storm Philippe is undergoing a bit of southwesterly wind shear still, and then so we see that a lot of the activity associated with the storm is off to the eastern side of the central circulation of Tropical Storm Philippe. But as Tropical Storm Rina moves out of the area, then Tropical Storm Philippe will gain a little more strength and be able to organize a bit more, and then become a better looking, better organized structure of the storm. And then that will also aid in the increase in intensity of Tropical Storm Philippe. So while Tropical Storm Philippe keeps moving, we see that Antigua and Barbuda, which is down here in this red box, now stands at a 20 to 30% chance of tropical storm force winds over the next 5 days. And any closer movement to the west, as we were alluding to before, then we see that we're going to come even closer to those higher probabilities of tropical storm force winds across Antigua and Barbuda, which would then lead to us issuing those watches and warnings depending on how far west the storm decides to track. Next, we take a look at our potential impacts that we could face during the next few days, and we see that swells generated by Philippe will impact portions of the Atlantic coast of Antigua and Barbuda and the rest of the northern Leeward Islands and British Virgin Islands. Dangerous surfs and rip currents could be life-threatening during these next few days, and high surf advisories remain in effect and will be reviewed and adjusted as necessary, depending, as I said before, on the track of Tropical Storm Philippe as it becomes more organized and better organized. Also, should Tropical Storm Philippe track further west, as some models suggest, then watches and warnings are possible and likely and may become necessary in the next day or so. So stay tuned to the Antigua and Barbuda Meteorological Service, the trusted source for weather information for the Leeward Islands and the British Virgin Islands. Again, I am meteorologist Jaleel Jacobs. Thank you for joining us and see you soon.